rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come in straight.
What it is, it's your boys Deuce and Teddy reporting with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's good?
No, man.
Man, man.
I'm still
Chef Curry.
trying to get my blood pressure back down.
Why is that, my boy?
The game had me on edge.
You talking about the game you was hating on us?
The Celtics, Warriors. I will say Steph he made some dumb plays, but he made some smart plays too at the end. I knew
Yeah.
you was yelling at the TV. Some of them
Mm-mm.
plays he was doing, I like that's kind
Nah.
of dumb, but
Nah, I really took the opportunity because you know what I'm saying. I do a little coaching at a middle school or whatever, but I was showing my boys something that we was going over at practice and how to keep that composure, you know what I'm saying, when you got that ball. But then also, um, another thing was you shouldn't be worried about it. One person guarding you, that's what you want. And in this sport, you want it to where it's only one person or zero people guarding you. Never worry, just showing them those little pieces like, look, he got one person on him and he's targeting who he wants on him next. So he's going for, the matchups. So that's what I was really doing, just showing them those pieces. And ironically, Steph Curry at the very end, when he got the ball and jumped, and luckily Draymond was next to him, I was like, see that? That was stupid. Luckily Draymond was there. So it was just using it as teaching moments, but I was cool. I tell you, I watched the Warriors game. It was 1 point early in the game when it was Wiggins' ass when he missed that wide open fucking layup because he's too damn lazy. Like, bro, you 6'6", 6'7", athletic as shit with long ass arms, bro. You ain't even gotta try to dunk. You out here, he looks like he's about to turn 40. That's how he looked when he missed that layup. Like, come on, bro. Try. So that was the only time I yelled at the TV because that shit pissed me off, bro. How the hell you missed that damn layup? Other than that, shit, nah, I'd be cool. Like, I understand. So, and you watching that, you get to see when we look at that Buddy Hield, Klay Thompson, and that play when Buddy Hield went over like this and did that reverse, Klay Thompson wasn't doing that. Klay Thompson wasn't doing that. He probably lost the ball at that point. So,
that dagger three. Soon as Steph kicked it out to him on that wing and he shot, I said, nah.
People don't understand. People don't
Shit.
people don't understand that that man is about the only player who's been more efficient from that three-point line and made more threes in the year than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. People don't understand that. So that's why I'm like, bro, y'all don't know who Buddy Hield is. Y'all don't even know who he was. They didn't pay attention what he did last year when he was going dumb on the Pacers and then turn around and start going dumb on the and then they sat him and then they traded him to the Sixers and he was going dumb until he got injured. They don't know who he is, who he was, and who he gonna be. I know all of that. I know all of that. Back to his Sacramento days. So, but let's get on. Let's get to what what I'm saying, what we got for the scheduled program. To get to talking about that undefeated segment where we get to reassess what we said, revisit what we said in regards to these undefeated teams. So, as we look at the Thunder, I said I pretty much think looking at the Thunder, they're gonna get up to that. They're gonna go through they first five teams, and then they're gonna get to that second set of five, and that's when they're gonna ultimately lose. And I said I think that we'll be the ones to beat them. Um, I said we'll be the ones to beat them, and but potentially out of all the teams they go against, it would be. Hold on, did I say that? Yeah, it would be the Clippers. Because you said the Magic. You said the Magic. So no. The
No,
first
no,
set
no.
of
I said
five.
the Magic versus the Cavs.
The Magic versus okay, so who'd you say?
We didn't get to them, I don't think. Did
Yeah,
we?
we did. We did them first, I believe, or second. I know we did them, but it was the um it was the Clippers, it was the Trailblazers, the Clippers, the Magic, the Nuggets, the Rockets, And then the Warriors, the Clippers, the Pelicans, the Suns, the Mavericks. Those are the 2 teams. I said us opening that second set of 5, I feel like we will beat them. I don't think any team within that first set of 5, the Trailblazers, Clippers, Magic, Nuggets, Rockets, I don't think any of those teams will beat them. I don't think so. So listening to all that, who you saying? Who you don't remember who you said?
I don't see the Thunder losing to none of them.
Okay. Well, the
Oh,
Cavs, we know what we said with the Cavs. You said the Magic, which was their next game. I said the Bucks, and they had the Magic, the Bucks. And they beat the Bucks in both of the games. And the first game where they won by a bucket, a last second bucket by D Mitch. D Lil went off. Giannis went crazy, almost a triple double. Second game, D Lil kept that 30-point energy. And then Bobby Portis came in with a massive double double, but they lost by 2 points, I believe. The Bucks lost by like 2 points that game. So I was wrong. And they still alive, doing their thing. But looking at their schedule, let's
they
predict
play
what's next.
y'all.
They play us in 2 games. So looking at their schedule, go down. They got the Pelicans tonight, and they got us on Friday. Pelicans tonight, us on Friday.
They beating
So
the Pelicans. They gonna beat them.
yeah, the Pelicans ain't got no damn body. Oh, they beat them already. They beat them already. So
And then they got y'all
yeah.
Friday.
So it was the Magic, the Bucks, the Pelicans, the Warriors, the Nets, the Bulls, the Sixers, the Bulls, the Hornets. So in that game, only team I see beating them is the Warriors. Ain't none of them other teams gonna beat them. I mean, the 76ers may give them a run for their money if Joel Embiid back by then, but
Nah, they play Sunday. He done for the rest of the week.
right, but that's the 13th though. This next week. He's supposed to be back
Uh,
next Tuesday, which is the 12th.
if he even healthy enough to do anything crazy.
Yeah, he's supposed to be. Supposed to be. But that's what I call. I call the Warriors. Who you call?
Nah, I said they stay undefeated.
You think the Cavs gonna be undefeated as well?
Yeah, they gonna go through that
That's because
stretch.
you praying on our downfall.
And
Because if we
nobody
go,
playing on y'all
as
downfall.
you said, if we go 5-0 in this next 5-game skit, 5-game, whatever you call it, road trip, um, you said if we go 5-0, then you know that we coming out on top of that West. That's what you said. So you don't want that to happen. So you looking at it like
I don't see that happening.
but you know that you can't see it happen because if it happens, that means your chances for anything in the West is sealed.
No.
Bro, you can't afford to add another team over your team. You can't afford it. You already gonna have the Thunder.
No, we ain't talking about the Mavericks right now. We ain't talking
You
about the
got the
Mavericks
hat
right
on,
now.
so it make it a topic
When
of discussion.
nah,
Take the fucking hat off then.
that is not on our topic board right now.
Take the fucking hat off.
Let's continue with what we going. Y'all
All
got
right.
y'all toughest stretch, and if y'all come out on top, like I said, I did say I see y'all coming out. If y'all come out undefeated in this tough stretch that y'all got, this y'all time y'all getting
That's what I was
tested.
looking for. Stretch.
So y'all beat the Celtics, fair and square. Now y'all got some tough teams. The Cavs and the Thunder, y'all got coming up. So if y'all get through them, and then y'all play us after them, I believe. Y'all get through all of that, then yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, they just
I
said
don't see
Embiid
that.
should be available on Tuesday. Yeah, but yeah, whatever. All the yin yang. Shut this shit up. So at the end of the day, them boys balling. Them boys balling at the end of the day. So we talked about 76ers. It's not just Embiid coming back, but it's also PG back. Welcome back, Paul George. What do you think of PG returning?
That's good for them. They pay that man a lot of money to
Yeah.
show up. He got to do what he got to do. He's still a top NBA player, I believe, on both sides of the ball. He's still competitive. He's looking all right in this first quarter. Yeah, that's good for them. Anybody who got Paul George is good. Return to Paul George do everybody justice. Whoever
He
you're playing
he
for.
came back. He came back at a bad time going against Kevin Durant. The Suns ain't seen the top of the West in a while. They sit number 2. Well, they sit number 1. I mean, sit number 3 right now because the Warriors got the better record. But pending their game tonight, they'll be tied in the West for the number 2 seed with the Warriors. They'll be tied in the West for the number 2 seed, the Warriors. So he came back at a bad time going against KD, and KD was out to make a statement. He was out to make a statement that game, and Paul George finished 15 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal, 6 turnovers. What do you make of that? Shot 14 from the field goal, 1 for 7 from the three. What do you make of that?
Getting back in the swing of things. That's all. He didn't play summer ball with the Olympics this year, so Paul George is a injury-prone player. He's just getting back in the swing of the NBA shape.
Okay.
Chunk it up to that.
Nothing to be concerned with.
Nah.
Do you think the tangent of him and or the duo of him and Maxey, you think that's gonna be enough for them to start winning games? Because right now they 1-5. They're going against the Clippers right now. Potentially they finish 1-6 or 2-5. So how do you think they get back to winning?
I think it's enough because Maxey put the team on his back when Embiid was out last year, and they was winning a lot of games with just Maxey and supporting cast. So you add a PG to the mix, who's better than all the supporting cast Maxey had last year. I don't see why not they can't win. So.
Do you think that Maxey hairdo has anything to do with it? Because he got the round ass roly poly head thing going on right now. You think he need to go back to the extensions from the scalp?
What?
I'm just saying. You heard what Pusha T said. Was it Pusha T? Was the other one? He said the power's in the head. That's what he said.
You gotta get back into the swing of basketball, I think, and just get used to their new starting lineup. They'll be all right.
Now, question before we move on: what's going on with Reggie Jackson? Like, how can in this struggle, how can you justify not playing Reggie Jackson? Is it because it's not June?
Ever since he had that stint in Denver, it's been a struggle with Buddy. Like it's been a struggle as far as getting clock and just getting consistent clock. I think they abusing him, kind of like the Morrison twins. Like they just use and abuse these people. Like these are straight legitimate ballers that can still play at a high caliber, and they just don't use them.
Yeah.
Like he's one of them people. Like they just don't use. I don't get it. I don't know why. It got to be some locker room something. I don't know. Why not use that man? That man put the team on his back. He's put a team on his back, and he showed up. So we know he's capable of. So.
Yeah, I never understand why they don't play him, but enough on that. Let's get into the molasses. So what we mean by that, them teams who start as slow as their hook. And one of the teams we talked about, the 76ers, who already hashed out on that. We don't need to get into that too much. Another team that comes to mind, you brought up before, Teddy, the Denver Nuggets. What is the issue with the Denver Nuggets, my brother?
It's some slow start, just rough, man. I don't know what they got going on. They just But I can't sleep on the Nuggets. But
because I've been seeing a lot of buzz, a lot of talking is kind of getting that Jokic is out of his prime. He's on the downward slope of his career. That's what they getting into. Me personally, because Jokic's still doing Jokic stuff, I personally feel that every year since your championship, you lost pieces of that championship team. So now you got players who out here posterizing Rudy Gobert and getting flexed up by Rudy Gobert. However, they are not doing enough to replace the pieces you lost. That's how I feel. On top of the fact, like we done been here 3 years in a row. We know who y'all are. Y'all not gonna shock us. Y'all finna get this. That's what you finna get, and we gonna get
You
you
think
gone.
people kind of figuring them out, knowing how to play or deal with them or respond to them
It's
and
that,
stuff like that.
and then it's also what are you getting from them other players? Because as you losing all these pieces, the Bruce Browns, the Caldwell Popes, all that, and the other pieces, the Jeff Greens, you gotta be able to replace all of that. Same thing I told you about with your Mavs. Probably why y'all took that L the other night. You didn't have the pieces to replace everything that you lost. So bringing in something, staying idle is cool, but you gotta be able to make up for what you lost. You won a championship team, so you gotta understand its value on the pieces you had. So, what about the Milwaukee Bucks?
They need to just chop that up and just cut their losses and just
But how
from
would you do
coaching.
that? Because they talking about Giannis to the Warriors. They stay entertaining that. But you think it's more likely a D. Lil, Chris Middleton, Knicks, which
You
makes
gave
sense.
up. You gave up
Drew
one
Holiday.
of the best perimeter defenders
He's one of the best
for
defenders, but give him his respect because he be holding down that paint
you.
too.
You give up that for a undersized guard that he could put points up on the board, but he can't stop nobody from scoring. Let's just be real.
I think his level of guarding I'm creating out here is too superior to couple with Giannis because he has to teeter on this ain't my team. I'm not trying to step on your toes. Like he has to travel that fine line. You somebody like a Maxi or a Tyrese who's productive, but they not up there in that level of stardom, that tier. I think it works better because you can look and see where it gets to this like it looked like he ain't trying to really overstep his or overstay his welcome. That's what it looks like at times. Or it looks like Giannis is trying to make him feel comfortable. So it's the constant accommodation of your existence that creates the problems. Either way, y'all started off great as hell last year and fired you damn coach and brought in Doc Rivers and look like shit since then. Straight. Just saying.
If I was in the office, I'm not giving up Giannis. I'm gonna try to do something to make him happy. Get some pieces. You can get something from Dame. You know, you ain't like he a scrub. You can go get you another all-star player. And you can do it for a straight up trade. It ain't like you got to give up a whole bunch. You can just do Dame for somebody, but you got to
Yeah.
make it work more. Like I don't know. Maybe LaMelo Ball. Maybe I don't know. Like
Put Dame to
uh,
LA on the Clippers. Just
he
give
said,
up, get role pieces. Don't mean getting stars. They get role. You get a star, get Terrence. I mean not a star, but get like Norman Powell or something. Terrence, man.
yeah, I give a pile for Middleton, get him up out of there because he ain't playing. I
Yep.
take Norman Pye because he gonna give me 30 every time if I need him to. He gonna play, so but they ain't doing that. But yeah, I definitely try to trade and get some pieces around Giannis that'll make him happy, that'll complement his play, and
Yeah,
then
because
get a
you gotta
different coach.
understand.
You got to
Yeah,
get a new coach because I mean,
yeah.
no offense to Doc, but it ain't working. Whatever he's doing, whatever he's saying, it ain't working at
Doc Rivers
all.
over there
The
with
defense is
the
terrible.
Doc Rivers over there with that New York Knicks Phil Jackson effect. The Knicks was rocking, and Phil Jackson came and forced
Triangle
that damn
offense.
triangle on their ass, and Knicks imploded. They separated, threw everybody everywhere. All right, so another team, the New York Knicks. While we talking about them Knickerbockers, the New York. Why the slow start with that team?
They got to be something from behind the scenes out. They got to be some off course stuff that just got them mentally just not being able to bring it home.
I
But
personally think you say what? My bad.
Cat just not that type of dog though that New York need.
That's why his name Cat.
He not that type of dog.
I mean, but then it'll be an oxymoron if Cat was a dog. You know what I'm saying? He not. He more of a cat, puss. So, it is. But you can't find Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots is legit. But
Cat Dog was your show. you gotta have something like, bro. He just ain't got it.
I think they got to. So DiVincenzo was moving into that role where he like, hey, I'm about to drop bombs on y'all ass. He coming out there efficient 3-point shooting, confident 3-point shooting. He good. Mikal Bridges ran up out that role about. I think this is like the second year that we going into where he ain't really did shit because he had the opportunity last year on the Nets and it didn't amount to shit. And then he got frustrated and moved to the bench and whatever else happened, or he wasn't the player they was gonna run through when they brought back Ben Simmons. So his confidence and mojo kind of been thrown off ever since Jacques Vaughn made that decision. You know what I'm saying? So I think they went and got too many similar builds. The OGs, Mikal Bridges, the Josh Harts. They got them 3 builds out there at the same time, and none of them are really looking to be that shot taker, that 3-point shooting guy. They all looking to defend the perimeter, to hustle hard, and get hustle buckets. That's pretty much where they are. So with that being said, it's like, hey, who gonna take this attention off me? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna help me out? Who am I kicking that thing out to? Because Mikal Bridges jump shot broke. He broke. That's what I see. So I think that's a part of it. And then they don't really got depth like that. You ain't got them. You got Josh Hart, who's once on your bench. He in your starting lineup now. You know what I'm saying? So you looking for McBride to do your thing, but it's the reason a lot of people don't know McBride. Because he just ain't there yet. But this is opportunity. So I think that's what it is. You got Puss in Boots over there. And then you got a bunch of the same bills. And yeah. So what about this Joel Embiid? The man out here just full 7'1", 7'2", face palming people because he feel disrespected. All right, what's your take on that?
I don't know too much about it. I heard he got into some kind of altercation, but I don't know. I don't know what's to it. I can see why he's frustrated though.
Pretty much they had him fucked up. The dude, the reporter, the one that wrote the article, reported on his late brother and mentioned his son in the article. So that's something that's like, hey, that's a no. You can't do that. Like you talking about like my late brother. This ain't just my brother. It's my late brother. You know what I'm saying? Then you bring my son, the kids. That's off limits, bro. You know what I'm saying? You talk about one of my loved ones, one of the ones who are dear to me that passed away. Rest in peace. And you talking about my son, my seed. You can't do that. So you gotta get these paws, and that's what he did. He ain't that. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't.
One thing people forget, even though that these are celebrities and athletes, they still humans.
Big
at the end of right.
And that's why a lot of these journalists be feeling protected because they know I'm gonna sue the shit out of you. If they ain't had that,
that's another thing too that's unfortunate on the celebrity / entertainer / athlete side. You this type of person and you don't get the same luxuries as us everyday folks. Like you gotta, even with them saying what they saying, you gotta carry yourself accordingly. You got to go cry in the car, or go do what you got to do, or take legal action,
or take the L. Shit, you got to take. You got to take the L, dude. Hey, look, do what Embiid did. Do what you did. Take the L. You sent the message. But you got to be careful for them personal lawsuits because
because even them 3 days, because them 3 day suspension, they're not supposed to pay you on them 3 days.
Yeah, they tax
you know what I'm saying. You missing hundreds of thousands of dollars every game.
You got to be careful of that personal lawsuit too.
Yeah, that too. But we talking about
bodily injury or mental injury.
That's your type of paychecks ain't what these other normal folks making. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. That's your bag too. That
So
you feeding
yeah,
your family with. He probably taking care of his brother family. You know, I don't know, but he probably taking care of his brother family, wife, kids, or whatever they got going on. So everything you do, it's not fair. I
yeah,
say that, but you got to move differently, especially when you're a superstar. Like you ain't even a regular star, you a
yeah. You top of the
superstar.
line, top
Because
10.
now you affecting your teammates. Like the whole organization is built around you.
You
Like
told them to
you,
trust the process.
right? So you affecting everybody's bag. You affecting everybody's such as everybody's bonuses and stuff like that. Every game you miss, everything that you do. So you gotta move a certain way.
Yeah. Now do you now that you know, do you understand? Like, yeah, I can see why he would have palmed that guy.
From a human's perspective, from a person's perspective, yes. But even myself being the type of guy that I am, type of business that I run, I get it. Sometimes you got to take those L's as hard as it is.
You gotta turn the cheek,
You
huh?
gotta just walk away. Like I just can't because
Look,
you got way too much to lose.
I'm talking
We
tough. Like, if I turn the cheek, it's because I'm finna slap you on your other cheek. But real, as long as you ain't if you ain't physically harming me and mine, I'm
Oh, because you
laughing at
defended
you.
yourself then. You defended yourself
Yeah,
then. But like I said, sticks and stones may break my bones, but
but
words can
these
never
jaws,
hold.
these paws will fucking hurt you.
Right. That is just the biggest lie ever because words do hurt. I'll tell
Yeah.
you that words do hurt. And especially when you constantly getting it on a daily basis. He's the type of person that constantly getting hate. I mean, everybody got a breaking point. He
Boy,
just
Jalen
pulled
Green
over.
just folded that man. Did you see the Jalen Green dunk on Wemby? He just
I
folded
heard
that.
about it. I heard about it. I didn't get to see it yet.
Did he make the dunk? I'm seeing the highlight. Hold on. Did he make it? That shit look nasty. Hold
But
on. Oh, okay, whatever. So yeah.
you just got to move better. Luckily, it ain't too bad of a suspension. It's only 3 days, I think. 3 days.
3 games. Three
So
games, which he need more time to rest and recuperate. They probably gonna do 3 games and then can't partake in any, team activities or something like that. Make sure he ain't practicing and shit. So if he to come back Tuesday, he had to be practicing on his own, but ain't no, what I'm saying, vibe and no experience like a in-game NBA experience. Cause I remember one time, boy, I went to a damn college. I think D2 college. I went with Quell, and he playing basketball. He looked and was like, "Hey, my point guard my whole life. Can he play too?" I'm like, "I ain't come up here. I just came to keep you company. I ain't come up here to play no ball. I ain't got no shoes, no nothing." Man, they gave me like a pair. Like they could have gave me a better pair of shoes than that. I'm talking about some damn. I can't even tell you what they were, but whoever had them had some wide ass feet. Tell you that much. Gave me some of them, boy. And I tell you, we was up and down that court, and I'm saying, I'm a high school kid running with these damn D2 athletes. Like, then the game came over with. I'm trying to get off. He said, "Nah, you stay on." So, no, I ain't come up here for this shit. So, I can only imagine what them NBA games be like. Shit.
mhm. I seen he was still in the brace. He's still practicing in the knee brace. So I don't see. We'll see.
On me.
We'll
But
see.
this is what we got for you today, my boy. I know we cutting it short, but it is what it is. You gotta stay tuned. We're gonna have some things coming to you. Maybe we're gonna get into some releases on our TikTok to let y'all know what we got coming y'all way. Try to get some promotions out there for us and for y'all. And we show love. Y'all show us love, we show love. And make sure y'all getting that word out there. But y'all know what it is. Top of the key. Facts, opinions, and BS with your boy Teddy and me. We out.
Bye. With God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confession. Stay in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak